Welcome to 30-Second Chances, where we ask deep, contemplative questions and provide far too little time to formulate thoughtful, reflective answers. My guest today is songwriter, engineer, producer Steven Gould. Steven, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Daniel?
I'm living the dream, man.
Right on.
You know the drill, 30 seconds on the clock, and then on to the next question. Are you ready?
I'm afraid is what I am.
Question number one, describe your job to a 5-year-old.
Describe my job to a 5-year-old. I help people take the music that they write and make it better and sound great so that we can listen to it on the radio or via Amazon.
What's a radio?
It's a radio. Yeah, exactly.
5-year-olds don't know what radios are, I don't think.
It's true. Well, in the car. We still have them in the car.
Fair enough. Okay. We'll accept that one. All right. Next question. If you could have one pointless or semi-useless superpower, what would it be and why?
I would love to be able to fly. And in fact, I just had a dream 2 nights ago that I could fly. I don't know why.
So superhero boring.
Isn't it?
Everybody wants to fly.
Well, sorry, I could say heat vision, I guess.
Now that's at least interesting. Then you could be like, microwave man or
right.
something.
Well, I could weld without needing a torch or anything too.
There you go.
I don't know what I would weld, but
solder
I do it.
Solder dude.
There we go. Solder man.
Okay, next question. What's the one thing you wish people had told you before you started your career?
Wow. Geez, everybody told me how tough it was, which was true. I think probably if I had been warned not to be so cocky, because I was successful very, very early and took it all for granted and made some very stupid decisions and mistakes because I felt like I could do it forever and nothing was ever going to change or end. So
it sounds so unlike all of us in the music industry.
Oh yes, doesn't it? Yeah. Yes, I think I'm an anomaly here.
Okay, next question. What would 15-year-old you be most and least impressed with about present day you?
I think the least would probably be the focus constantly on devices and screens and things. It's interesting because with my own kids now, I look at that and I think to myself, man, when I was 15, I was like music, playing in bands. I was performing already in bars and I was actually focused on my career already. Best thing is it's amazing. It's on the same front, the technology and the things that they can do and that they know accomplish with the same technology.
What's the strangest thing you've ever done for money?
Oh my Lord. Wow. The strangest thing I've ever done for money. Oh my God, I don't even know. I'm stumped.
You're in the music industry, for God's sake. Doesn't that qualify right there?
Geez. I'm totally stumped. What have I done that's crazy?
Next question. Just had a huge blowout with your significant other. What's the first record you put on and why?
I just had a huge blowout. All by myself, Eric Carmen. Go sit and cry in a corner.
Oh, boo, woe is me.
Exactly. Listen to the piano solo in the middle.
Followed by Alone Again Naturally or something.
Right? Exactly. By Gilbert O'Sullivan.
Oh man, it's okay. So you're down for a pity party, is what?
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Okay, next question. What album do you wish you had mixed, and how would you have done it differently?
Oh, you know what? That's an easy question. In keeping with what we were discussing earlier, it would be Fleetwood Mac Rumors. It was the first CD I ever got. I remember listening to it over and over and just thinking, my God, this thing is brilliant. The production, the engineering, there is really honestly not a lot that I would change. I learned so much just from listening to that. that album in general. So
You just wish you could have done it, even though you would have done it more or less the same way.
I would have done it more or less the same way. Yeah. But yeah,
okay.
But it's great to actually know the producer engineer, you know, and be friends with them as well. So that's cool.
Next question. What skill have you acquired in life that you never thought would come in useful, but has come in useful in your career? I don't know if I phrased that right, but you get the question.
That's another easy one. For me, it would be negotiating. My dad was just a vicious negotiator when I was a kid, and I'd just like cringe when he'd be negotiating with people, and I'd think, oh God, oh Dad, come on. But just from observing and growing up with it, I learned, and man, it's been so helpful in every aspect of life, not just in the music industry, but everything.
Next question. What piece of gear do you regret selling?
Oh, piece of gear. Wow. You know, it's not really a piece of gear, but I wish I'd never sold my Apple Cube. You know, the little translucent cube? I had one of those for a while. It wasn't in the studio, but I think about that thing and I think I wish I still had that just because it was cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. The Steven Gould action figure is being released. What two must-have accessories are bundled with it?
A guitar and a keyboard. Or maybe actually, no, you know what? I'm going to change that. I would say a guitar and a computer. I have to be able to record somehow. I can't record, there's no point.
It's true. It's true. And you can always like play you can always program the keyboard to be a keyboard. It's
exactly
all hell, but it can be done, right?
Which is what I was doing at my cottage this summer, playing F, G, H, J, K.
Oh God. Yeah, I've done that. Horrible experience. Okay, that concludes our questions. I'm going to put 30 seconds more on the clock and allow you to either answer for me a question you wish I had asked, shamelessly plug something of your own, ask me a question, pontificate on life, whatever you want, go.
Okay, I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh, shit.
So my question for you is, what made you decide to start doing this?
The short story is, when the shutdown started, there were a whole bunch of people doing webinars, and many of them were engineering types, and they were much better off as engineers than they were as presenters. And I made a remark to a friend, and I said, you know, a lot of these people have absolutely no business being on screen, and you know, we need one of those hooks like they used to have in the old vaudeville days, you know, and that was the genesis of 30-second chances. So there you go. Steven Gould, thank you for being our guest.
You're not gonna pull me off.
I'm not going to pull you off.
Me off now. Now my time's up. So here you are.
You did well. Well, thank you for being our guest.
It's been my pleasure. Thanks for having me.